Hi, I'm Edwin Ewan, Analyst for Systems Management PaaS and DevOps here at ESG. Today I want to talk about the challenges that businesses are facing with DevOps. One of the first challenges is actually understanding what exactly is DevOps. It's become such a buzzword now, almost like cloud, where we're seeing DevOps attached to many different software or many claims by vendors that you can simply become DevOps if you adopt their software. But DevOps is really not a product, it's not an offering, it's really a culture or an environment for software development. It's something that companies have to work through and work into in order to do better. Many people just see DevOps as being faster or being quicker or developing a lot more often, but it's a lot more than that. It's more about building in the testing and the quality assurance into the process throughout so that you can develop faster and then have better outputs. The second challenge that are facing businesses is really building the culture for adopting DevOps. While there's really a focus on new developers and new developments, most enterprises still have a large army of traditional developers. So you really want to tailor solutions to them, or at least have a solutions that's going to keep those traditional developers in mind and bring all the knowledge that they've had in the past with them into these new future conversions and future developments, because they really know about those applications that are kind of being redeveloped. But you don't also want to not remember those new developers. And it's not just because you want to address new developers and old developers, but don't forget that new developers have never done anything in the old style. So you really want to have those tools that are going to enable DevOps, be able to support both traditional developers and new developers, but more importantly, bring them together into a single model and a single culture. Now, the final problem that businesses are facing when it comes to DevOps is getting the right tools. Go and find those tools that help you build those traditional models and takes into account both traditional developers and new developers. There are a number of companies that do a very good job of that out there. Chef is an excellent example of a company that's kind of building tools and processes that adapt to both sets of developers. But companies really need to document how they do their new process and then implement them in software. It's not simply about taking what they did now and making it a lot faster. It's about building the right process, about that testing and quality assurance that I talked about, the communications that is necessary in order to integrate these faster development processes. All of those need to be brought together, and that's where the tools can really help out. And then finally, you want to go ahead and decide on one or maybe a limited number of processes or technologies that you want to go forward with. A lot of people like to say there are over 1,000 different tools and thousands of different processes in order to get DevOps done, but there's also thousands of potential failures. Limit the variations, learn from your implementations, and really get into how DevOps can change the culture of your company and speed along your application development.